Gladiator, 2000, captured hearts and dominated the box office with its epic story of vengeance, honor, and sacrifice. Russell Crowe's powerful performance as Maximus earned him an Oscar, and the film remains one of the most iconic of the 21st century. But what happened to the cast after the cameras stopped rolling? Now, in 2025, we take a look at the stars of Gladiator, then and now, and reveal the tragic paths some of them have walked. While some continue to thrive, others face devastating personal struggles and heartbreaking losses. This is the untold story of the cast's lives beyond the arena. David Hemings, who portrayed Cassius in Gladiator, 2000, had a career that spanned decades, but his personal life was often overshadowed by emotional turbulence. Hemings was known for his iconic role in Blow Up and his powerful performances in Gladiator and other films, but his family life was complicated by 3 marriages and strained relationships with his children. His personal battles were further exacerbated by the pressures of fame, which ultimately took a toll on his health. Hemings' death from a heart attack in 2003 at the age of 62 was a significant loss to the acting world. At the time of his death, his estate was valued at around $10 million, which included properties in England and various cars. Though Hemings found success on screen, his personal life was often marked by conflict and pain. David Hemings passed away on December 3, 2003, at the age of 62 due to a heart attack. Richard Harris, who played Marcus Aurelius in Gladiator, 2000, was an actor whose career was defined by iconic roles and deep personal challenges. Known for his powerful performances in films like Camelot and The Field, Harris had a life marked by tumultuous marriages and a well-documented struggle with alcoholism. Despite these personal battles, he found success on the screen, with Gladiator being one of his most celebrated roles. Harris's career soared, but his family life often crumbled under the pressures of fame. He was married twice and had 3 children, with whom he had complex relationships. Harris passed away in 2002 at the age of 72, after a long battle with Hodgkin's disease. At the time of his death, his estate was valued at $20 million, which included a luxurious property in the Bahamas and a collection of cars. Richard Harris passed away on October 25, 2002, at the age of 72 due to Hodgkin's disease. Oliver Reed, who portrayed Proximo in Gladiator, 2000, led a career that was as notorious as it was successful. Known for his wild, larger-than-life personality, Reed's off-screen antics were often the subject of tabloid headlines. His personal life was filled with struggles, particularly with alcohol, which led to multiple failed relationships and broken marriages. Despite these challenges, he remained a beloved actor and gave a memorable performance as the Gladiator trainer who mentored Russell Crowe's character. However, his turbulent lifestyle caught up with him, and Reed died suddenly from a heart attack at 61 in 1999, while still working on Gladiator. His estate, including a house in Ireland and personal belongings, was valued at $5 million at the time of his passing. Reed's legacy remains defined by his boldness, both in his roles and his real-life demeanor. He passed away on May 2, 1999, at the age of 61 due to a heart attack. John Shrapnel, who played the character Gaius in Gladiator, 2000, was an accomplished actor, both on screen and stage, but his personal life was filled with challenges. Known for his brilliant performances in both Gladiator and other projects, Shrapnel's private life often struggled under the pressures of fame. He faced health issues later in life, battling cancer for several years. Shrapnel was married twice and had children, but his relationships were affected by the intensity of his career and the emotional toll of his battles with illness. Despite these hardships, he remained dedicated to his craft until his passing. When Shrapnel died in 2020 at the age of 77, his estate, which included a home in London and several vehicles, was valued at around $3 million. Though his life was marked by personal pain, his contributions to film and theater remain an enduring part of his legacy. John Shrapnel passed away on February 14, 2020, at the age of 77 due to cancer. David Bailey, who portrayed the engineer in Gladiator, 2000, had a diverse and fulfilling career, although his personal life was often kept private. A skilled actor with a strong presence in both television and film, Bailey was appreciated for his work on the stage as well, garnering respect for his versatility and commitment to his roles. However, his personal life was relatively quiet compared to other actors of his stature. He had a family, though details about his relationships and children were not widely publicized, and he seemed to prefer keeping his private affairs away from the media's eye. Tragically, Bailey's life was marked by the passing of some close loved ones, which took a toll on him emotionally. He also had health struggles in his later years but continued to live a relatively peaceful existence. When he passed away in 2021 at the age of 83, his estate, which included a home in England and a collection of personal vehicles, was estimated at $2 million. David Bailey passed away on March 5, 2021, at the age of 83. Michael Melinger, who played Trainer 2 in the extended edition of Gladiator, 2000, had a modest but impactful role. Though his performance wasn't as prominent as some of his co-stars, he left an indelible mark on those familiar with his work. Melinger's life off-screen was marked by struggles, particularly with financial instability in his later years. Despite this, he managed to maintain a home in Germany and a small collection of personal vehicles. Melinger was married but lived through a tumultuous relationship that ended in divorce, and he had no children. His personal life was marred by various personal hardships, including a period of ill health. When he passed away on March 17, 2004 at 74, his estate was valued at around $1 million, which included his house and vehicles. Melinger's death was due to health complications, and his contributions to cinema are remembered by a small circle of family and close friends, who continue to honor his memory. Joaquin Phoenix's portrayal of Commodus in Gladiator, 2000, was a career-defining moment, with his chilling performance earning him widespread acclaim. However, Phoenix's personal life has been shaped by tragedy, including the death of his older brother, River Phoenix, who died of a drug overdose in 1993. This loss profoundly impacted Joaquin, often leading him to question his place in the world. Despite his success in Hollywood, Phoenix has often struggled with the pressures of fame and maintaining relationships. He had a high-profile relationship with actress Liv Tyler, but it ended after several years. At 50, Phoenix enjoys a net worth of $50 million, with multiple properties in California and luxury cars. He's in a relationship with actress Rooney Mara, and the couple has a son. Phoenix has maintained a low public profile, focusing more on his personal life and acting roles that speak to his values. Jimin Hoon-soo, who played the loyal warrior Juba in Gladiator, 2000, is known for his powerful performances in both action films and dramas. His portrayal of Juba, the gladiator who bonds with Russell Crowe's character Maximus, was a defining moment in his career. However, Hoon-soo's life off-screen has not been without struggles. In his early years, he faced financial hardship and personal challenges, including a difficult period in his relationship, which ultimately ended in divorce. His role in Gladiator elevated his career, securing him further roles in Hollywood, but his journey was not always smooth. Hoon-soo owns a stunning home in California, valued at over $3 million, along with several luxury vehicles. His current net worth is estimated at $12 million. Despite the highs of his career, he has faced deep personal tragedies, including the loss of a close family member and his ongoing battle with maintaining a work-life balance. At 61, Hoon-soo continues to work in both film and activism, maintaining a relatively private life. He has not remarried but remains a proud father. David Scoffield, who portrayed the cruel and calculating Falco in Gladiator, 2000, has had a career filled with roles that highlight his knack for playing morally complex characters. While Schofield's work in the film brought him acclaim, his personal life has been marked by challenges. He has had a rocky marriage, which ended in a painful separation. Despite his success on screen, Schofield's love life was often strained, leading to difficult emotional periods. As of today, Schofield owns a quaint home in England, valued at $1.5 million, and a modest collection of personal vehicles. His net worth is estimated to be $2 million. In addition to his career struggles, Schofield has experienced health issues that have made his later years difficult. At 74, he is mostly retired from acting and enjoys a quieter life, focused on family and health. His legacy in British theatre and film remains intact, but the years have taken a toll on his personal well-being, and his relationship with his children has been distant since the divorce. Derek Jacobe, who portrayed Gracchus in Gladiator, 2000, has had an extensive and successful career in both film and theater. His personal life, however, has been marked by challenges, including struggles with accepting his sexuality in earlier years. Jacobe eventually came out as gay and has been in a long-term relationship with his partner, Richard Clifford, whom he married in 2006. Despite his personal hardships, Jacobe has found both love and fulfillment in his later years. At 86, he continues to enjoy a successful career, with an estimated net worth of $5 million, including his house in England and several vehicles. His contributions to theater, particularly Shakespeare, are considered some of his most significant work. Jacobe's legacy is one of resilience, overcoming personal and professional obstacles to become one of Britain's most respected actors. Ralph Mohler, known for his role as Hagen, the tough gladiator who fights for the Emperor in Gladiator, 2000, has enjoyed a long career in action films. However, like many in the industry, his personal life has had its struggles. Despite finding fame in Hollywood, Mohler's relationships were often plagued with problems. His marriage ended in divorce, and he was left to raise his children as a single parent. His personal life and career were further complicated by financial setbacks in the early 2000s, though he managed to rebuild his wealth. Mohler now owns a house in California, worth around $2.5 million, and has a few luxury cars. His estimated net worth is $4 million. Although his family life has been challenging, he maintains a close relationship with his children and is active in philanthropic causes. At 66, Mohler enjoys a peaceful life, spending more time on personal projects and his fitness regimen, remaining largely out of the spotlight in recent years. Russell Crowe's portrayal of Maximus in Gladiator, 2000, catapulted him into international stardom, earning him an Academy Award. However, his personal life has been fraught with ups and downs. Crowe's relationships, particularly with his first wife, Danielle Spencer, were marked by public tension before their eventual divorce. The couple, who had 2 sons, seemed to face constant media scrutiny, which likely added stress to their marriage. Crowe's wealth is substantial, with an estimated net worth of $100 million, including properties in Australia, luxury cars, and a diversified investment portfolio. At 61, Crowe is still active in the entertainment industry, though he's become more selective in his roles. His divorce and the toll of fame on his personal life have shaped much of his post-Gladiator years, and he continues to focus on his family while remaining one of Hollywood's most recognizable stars. Tomas Arana, who played Quintus, the character who initially opposes Maximus but later becomes an ally, had a career trajectory shaped by his memorable performance in Gladiator, 2000. The role helped establish him as a prominent actor in Hollywood, but it also led to personal turmoil. Arana faced multiple professional setbacks after the film, often struggling to find roles that matched the fame he achieved with Gladiator. On the personal front, Arana's marriage was marred by infidelity, and after years of tension, he and his wife divorced. He now maintains a quiet life in Italy, where he owns a beautiful villa valued at $2.5 million, along with a collection of luxury cars. His current net worth is estimated to be $3 million. At 69, Arana has settled into a less public life, though he occasionally participates in independent films and projects. Despite his earlier successes, Arana has battled feelings of isolation and regret over his past decisions. His focus is now on rebuilding his relationship with his children, though their bond remains strained. Connie Nielsen, who played Lucilla in Gladiator, 2000, found both fame and personal challenges in her role as a strong, complex character. While her career flourished, Nielsen's personal life faced its own set of struggles. She has been involved in a long-term relationship with the renowned director and producer, but the couple never married. Nielsen is a mother to 2 children, one of whom is her son with actor Lars Ulrich, and her family has played a crucial role in grounding her despite her celebrity. With a net worth of $8 million, she owns a house in Denmark and several personal vehicles. At 59, Nielsen enjoys a quieter life than some of her co-stars but remains active in both acting and producing. While her relationships haven't been without turmoil, her dedication to her family remains a core part of her life. Omid Agha, who played the slave trader in Gladiator, 2000, has experienced both success and hardship throughout his career. The British actor, known for his comedic timing and versatility, has had a storied professional life. However, his personal life has seen its fair share of challenges. Agha's marriage to his first wife ended in a public and bitter divorce, leading to a sense of loss and regret in his personal life. Although he remarried and has children, balancing family life with his career has often proven difficult. Now 59 years old, Omid continues to work in the industry, but his life remains a mixture of professional success and personal struggle. He owns a house in England and several personal vehicles, with his net worth estimated at $5 million. Despite past heartaches, he remains a beloved figure in the entertainment industry, known for his roles in both comedy and drama, including his time in Gladiator. Tommy Flanigan, who portrayed Cicero in Gladiator, 2000, found his role as the loyal and strategic friend of Maximus to be one of the highlights of his career. However, behind the scenes, Tommy's life was far from easy. His earlier years were marked by a brutal assault that left him with distinctive facial scars, but it was an incident he would later turn into a symbol of resilience. His marriage to actress and producer, Helen McCrory, was short-lived, leading to a painful divorce. He has one daughter, but the relationship with his ex-wife remained strained over the years. Despite these challenges, Flanigan carved out a successful career and continues to live comfortably in California. His current net worth is estimated at $3 million, including his house and personal vehicles. Now 59 years old, Tommy remains active in the industry, though his personal life continues to reflect the struggles he's faced, both professionally and emotionally. He currently enjoys a quieter life, finding peace in his solitude. Spencer Treat Clark, who portrayed Lucius, the young son of Commodus in Gladiator, 2000, was just a child at the time of filming. His role as the innocent and frightened heir to the emperor's throne marked a pivotal moment in his young career. As he grew older, Spencer continued acting but struggled to break out of the child actor mold. His personal life has been largely private, though he has faced the pressures that many young actors experience, including dealing with the demands of fame. Clark's parents have been supportive of his career, and he has a relatively low-key family life. He owns a house in California valued at $900,000 and a few personal vehicles. His net worth is currently estimated to be $1 million. At 33, Clark has transitioned into smaller, independent roles, preferring to keep a low profile. His career is still unfolding, but it remains to be seen whether he will ever match the fame he once had from Gladiator. Chick Allen, known for his role as the German leader in Gladiator, 2000, had a less illustrious career compared to some of his co-stars. Though his role in Gladiator was impactful, his personal life was marked by more difficult times. Chick had a brief marriage that ended in divorce, leaving him emotionally wounded and alienated from his children for a period. His acting career never fully recovered after Gladiator, and he found himself struggling to stay relevant in the industry. Now 75 years old, Chick lives in Scotland in a modest home, his net worth estimated to be around $1 million. With a few personal vehicles, his wealth reflects a simpler lifestyle. Chick continues to enjoy a quiet life, far from the bright lights of Hollywood. Though his personal life and career were filled with challenges, he finds solace in his current life, where he reflects on the opportunities and regrets of his past. Sven Thorson, who portrayed Tiger in Gladiator, 2000, has led a life that combines both fame and hardship. Known for his imposing physical presence, Thorson's career spanned decades, with notable roles in films such as Conan the Barbarian, 1982, and The 13th Warrior, 1999. However, his personal life was often marked by turmoil. Thorson's marriage ended in divorce after years of emotional and physical strain. Despite this, he maintained a strong bond with his children, though the breakdown of his relationship left emotional scars. Today, Sven, now 80, lives in Denmark, where he enjoys a modest lifestyle in his home, with an estimated net worth of $2 million, primarily from his acting career and personal assets. Though his acting career never reached the peak of some of his peers, he remains a respected figure in the industry. Now retired, he enjoys a quiet life away from the limelight, living out his days with a focus on family. Alan Cordiner, known for his role as Trainer 1 in the extended edition of Gladiator, 2000, had a career that was both rewarding and challenging. While the film gave him exposure, Cordiner's path in the acting world was marked by ups and downs. His personal life was not without its difficulties. He experienced the heartbreak of a difficult marriage, which eventually ended in divorce. The emotional strain from his family life had a lasting impact on his career, and while he found steady work, he never reached the level of fame he might have hoped for. Nevertheless, his dedication to his craft and consistent work in the theater helped him maintain his career. Cordiner, now 73, lives in England, where he owns a house and several personal vehicles. His estimated net worth is $2 million, accumulated through his acting roles and investments. Though he has remained largely out of the limelight, Cordiner continues to live a private, reflective life. At 73, he is still alive and enjoys the quieter aspects of his career. Gilchrist, who portrayed Officer 2 in the extended edition of Gladiator, 2000, experienced the highs and lows of a career that never quite took off after the film's success. Despite his early appearances in several films and television shows, Gilchrist's acting career stalled, leaving him to face financial and personal difficulties. His family life was marked by challenges, including a strained marriage that ended in divorce. Gilchrist, now 55, lives in Scotland, where he owns a house and a few personal vehicles, with an estimated net worth of $1 million. His personal struggles, compounded by his career setbacks, have deeply affected him, and while he remains relatively private, his life has been shaped by loss and unfulfilled potential. He has remained largely out of the public eye. At 55, Gilchrist is still living in Scotland, quietly navigating his life. He is currently 55 and still alive. Tony Curran, who portrayed Assassin No. 1 in Gladiator, 2000, is an actor whose career gained momentum after his memorable appearance in the film. While his professional life flourished, Tony's personal life faced significant challenges. He has been married twice, both relationships ending in divorce. The breakdown of his marriages took a toll on his mental health, particularly the strain of raising his children as a single parent. However, Tony never let personal setbacks deter him from pursuing his craft, and he continues to land key roles in film and television. Today, at 55, Tony lives in Scotland in a house with an estimated net worth of $2 million. He has a few personal vehicles and enjoys a more peaceful existence, far from the pressures of Hollywood. Despite his past struggles, including a difficult relationship with his children, Tony remains a respected figure in the industry, and his career is still going strong. Gianina Fossio, who portrayed Maximus' wife in Gladiator, 2000, has enjoyed a varied and interesting life, marked by both career successes and personal challenges. Her role in the film helped her gain international recognition, but she faced significant trials behind the scenes. Her marriage to renowned director Ridley Scott was filled with ups and downs, and their relationship faced public scrutiny. Despite the difficulties, including a long period of emotional strain, Fossio managed to build a career beyond the film. Her wealth, estimated at $3 million, comes from her acting roles and investments, including a house in Spain and a few personal vehicles. Fossio has remained relatively private about her personal struggles, but it is known that her marriage was far from the fairy tale many imagined. At 69, she lives quietly in Spain, focusing on her family and enjoying a more peaceful life away from the spotlight. Currently, she is 69 and still alive. Giorgio Canarini, who played Maximus' young son in Gladiator, 2000, was only a child at the time, but the impact of his role shaped his future. Despite the fame he earned from the film, Canarini faced struggles in his personal life, including the difficulty of transitioning from child actor to adult. While he was able to land some other roles, his career never quite matched the success of Gladiator. Cantarini's early years were filled with challenges, including public pressure and family struggles. His net worth is estimated at $1 million, reflecting his acting career and investments. Canarini owns a house in Italy and some personal vehicles. Though he has maintained a relatively low profile, it is known that his family life has been marked by hardship, and his relationships have not been without their share of challenges. At 31, he continues to live in Italy, focusing on his personal growth. He is currently 31 and still living. Adam Levy, who played Officer 1 in the extended edition of Gladiator, 2000, had a career that initially seemed promising but was marked by setbacks. After his role in the iconic film, Levy faced the challenge of transitioning to other significant roles. His acting career never quite took off in the way he had hoped, and he struggled with personal issues that contributed to his professional difficulties. Levy's family life has also been troubled, with a marriage that ended in divorce. The emotional toll of starting over affected his career trajectory, leaving him in a cycle of uncertainty. Levy owns a house in England and a few personal vehicles, and his net worth is estimated at $1 million. Despite the challenges he has faced, Levy has remained active in the entertainment industry, albeit in a more low-profile capacity. Now 52 years old, he continues to live in England and quietly works within his field. He is still alive and living out the remainder of his career with a more private, grounded approach. Who's your favorite character from Gladiator? How does it make you feel knowing that some beloved cast members are no longer with us? Share your thoughts in the comments below, we'd love to hear from you. If you're enjoying our videos, be sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for being part of our community.